Greetings, good people. All right, basketball wives time. This is episode 3, and this was pretty good. This was more interesting than the second episode. All right, so today's fabulous four is going to consist of Brooke and Brittany Renner. They face off in an interesting argument. Okay, we're going to touch on that, and Vanessa seemingly makes peace with Evelyn. Vanessa, we were rooting for you. Okay, we were rooting. We thought you was gonna come in with some hot, scolding tea and check Evelyn. All right. So Vanessa actually talked to her friend. What's her friend's name? Amy. This is the one who has the child with Carl as well, and who Evelyn says she and her are cool and they've gotten to a very good place. So Amy basically is telling Vanessa, you can calm down, girl. You know, what happened was in the past. I think that phone call was fake. I think that phone call was fake AF. Okay. And it was for the show. Anyway, so there's that on that. Now, Evelyn and Brittany Renner, they meet up. Okay. They meet up to fake workout. And for whatever reason, Evelyn is concerned still about Brittany hanging out with Shaq. Okay. Shaq is not married to anyone. He's not married to anyone. Shaq, single as hell, O'Neal, has no obligation to anyone romantically. So he can date and talk to whoever he wants. Same thing with Brittany Renner, okay? Brittany Renner is no longer in a relationship. She's actually going through a lot with her ex as it pertains to co-parenting, and I can't wait until they dig more into that. I don't want to see Brittany fighting, but of course it's reality TV, so the girls have to turn up, right? So Evelyn is questioning Brittany for whatever reason, um about meeting up with Shaq. So Brittany shows her a text message that proves that Shaq was the one that reached out to her because she, moved out to LA. And Evelyn is telling her that it's being reported or rumored that she was the one that reached out to Shaq. So what? So what? Even if she was the one that reached out to Shaq, so what? What you trying to, like, what are you doing here, Evelyn? Mind your business. Meanwhile, your contract with your rented man was expiring. You guys know that her and Levon, the guy that she chose to be engaged to on the reality show Queen's Court, they've broken up. So make sure you check out my video on the channel. I talked about that. Anyway, I just still think it's weird. You know what I mean? I still think it's weird. Anyway, so we shift gears. Amy says, like I said before, I'm trying to go in order. Amy says that there's no beef to Vanessa, blah, blah, blah. Then we see Brooke. Okay. Brooke is meeting up with her father. And they're slightly talking about, grieving. Let me tell you something. Brooke is very brave. Is it a good idea for Brooke to be on the show? No, but maybe that is how she copes. She did say that, I think, when she was shopping with Jennifer and Jackie, that the way that she copes is that, she takes it one day at a time and life moves on. But anyway, Brooke was talking, to her father. And the father had revealed that he lost a child. I guess that's, obviously that's Brooke's sibling, whether it be her half sibling or they had the same mother and father, whatever. And he talked about that, how it was difficult for him. And they sat down for a little while. She came over, she brought some stuff, made up a charcuterie board, and they sat down and talked. And Brooke is in counseling. I'm glad that she is in counseling. And it seems that she is taking it one day at a time, but she is definitely brave. And I wish her nothing but the best, because I wouldn't want to be around none of these basketball hoes after, going through something so traumatic. But some people, they can't be alone. It's better for them to be around people. And she was going through a divorce, losing a child. It's just, she's brave. I'll leave it at that. She's brave. Okay, so Vanessa meets up with Evelyn, okay? And they get to talking, and Vanessa, just girl, go on. We was rooting for you, girl. So she and Evelyn, they're talking, and she explains to Evelyn, Vanessa that is, that first she says that she talked to Amy, and she says that, everything is all good. This part ticked me off. I'm trying to get it out. Okay, let me take a deep breath. So Amy proceeds to say that the game of telephone happened Okay. And what does she mean by that? When Brooke and everyone was coming back and basically telling everyone, telling Evelyn what was said by Vanessa, Vanessa had the audacity to say that she thinks that a game of telephone happened. Maybe she could have been talking about Amy too, that Amy was confiding in her and telling her things. She didn't say Amy's name. But my whole thing is this. No, a game of telephone wasn't happening. Girl, you dialed everyone up. You picked up the telephone, dialed everyone up, put them all on speakerphone, and told everybody, anybody that would listen, about Evelyn. You wanted this information to get back to Evelyn, right? You talked to Jackie. You talked to Jennifer. Jennifer told Brooke. Brooke was the one that brought it to Evelyn's attention. So you wanted this information to get back to Evelyn, right? And I said, the nerve of her talking about a game of telephone. Anyway, Vanessa goes on to express to Evelyn that one of her husband's mistresses pretty much blackmailed him, and she was pregnant at the time and she miscarried. Evelyn could relate. Evelyn said that, she did have more than one miscarriage, and it's very, it's emotionally heavy. So she showed compassion for Vanessa in that instance. But my whole thing is, how the hell did that trigger you to confront Evelyn and call Evelyn a homewrecker because of something that your husband did, a situation that your husband got you into? Your husband is supposed to be leading your household, and he's out, laying up with people who are crazy enough to blackmail him. So your husband is not protecting your household, and he's also not showing respect to you and your marriage. But this is the same Vanessa that in episode 1, she said some felonies are worth it. And she called herself the bill collector, and she put a girl in witness protection. So why are you sitting on a rock crying to Evelyn, talking about, this situation triggered you? Vanessa, we were rooting for you. Bye, Vanessa. Goodbye. I'm done with you. Okay. It doesn't take me long to move on. I'm done with you. Anyway, the girls go ice skating. All right. Whose idea was it? I think it was Brittany Renner's idea to go ice skating, and for the girls to all, meet up, link up, socialize, etc. And Vanessa stated, she made a comment saying that she was like ambushed in episode 2 when they all sat down and Shawnee was present. And I agree with her. She was ambushed. Some people don't agree. During that sit down, she was ambushed. Like the first time that Shawnee is meeting her, or how it appears to us, she's saying things like, "Oh, I've heard things about you. None of it is good." And then it just gets crazy. And then Brooke, she had her comments. So I do feel that maybe ambush is a strong word, but I do feel like Vanessa was like, it was a lot. It was a lot. I'm going to use ambush. She was ambushed, child. She didn't know what she was walking into, but she was ready and she wasn't scared of none of y'all. Okay. Then it's Jennifer and Brooke. They were too good to skate. They looked fly. They didn't want to skate. I get it. So all the other girls were mingling and skating. Jackie was there. Clayana was there, who's a friend of Brittany Renner. Brittany was there. Who else was there? All of them, I think. Anyway. So Brittany Renner was drunk. The girls were drinking. Brittany Renner was under the influence. Clayana was sitting next to Jackie. She didn't get officially introduced, I guess, to Jennifer and Brooke. To me, Brooke was trying to be funny, and so was Jennifer. They tried to play in Clayana's face, acting as if like, we don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't really know who you are. You just kind of came into the group. Whatever it is that they said to her. The tone that they took with her was as if like, girl, who are you? Like, we don't know you. And she was able to stand up for herself. Brittany Renner didn't like that. Brittany Renner took up for her friend, and she felt that Jennifer and Brooke were acting funny. And I agree. And yes, Brittany was under the influence, but I don't think that she was so far gone that she couldn't detect Jennifer and Brooke trying to be funny. And I don't like people trying to be funny, because what usually ends up happening is the person who's trying to be funny runs into someone who is hilarious, and then they stand up for themselves, and all of a sudden everybody's offended. I'm not feeling that. And I didn't like Brooke's attitude. So as they were talking, they were kind of arguing back and forth. Brooke stands up, and Brittany says to her, "Why are you standing up?" And Brooke says, "Because I want to." And the neck got to bopping. And I don't know where Brooke is from, but Brooke knows what she's doing, is what I'm trying to say. And standing up while like other people are seated in a heated altercation, that's a sign of aggression. Like let's not act like that's not what it is. Like I said, Brooke and Jennifer, they tried to pretty much sun Brittany and Clayana, and it didn't work. Like, why are you standing up? Yeah, you can stand up because you want to, but why weren't you standing up before? Why did you wait until things got heated to stand up? Brooke was ready for an altercation, and an altercation she got. So Brooke and what's her name? Brittany were going back and forth. Brittany didn't back down. She was with it. You know what I'm saying? She got brolic with it. And I guess they were trading insults. I don't know if Brittany insulted Brooke's physical appearance first. I can't remember. But I do recall Brooke saying that Brittany, it's not funny, but it's like, what? Saying that she's shaped like a little boy. Girl, what? Why are we doing that? Are we isn't that body shaming? Okay, whatever. Maybe it's not on this show. Maybe it's not this week. I guess people pick and choose. But whatever. She said what she said. They were angry in the middle of an argument, so I guess anything goes when you're angry, right? And then Brittany throws a drink at Brooke. Now, here's the thing. Brooke would have done the same thing. Brooke was ready for an altercation, and she was met with an altercation. So I don't quite understand exactly what. I don't get what the problem is. I don't even know what Brooke's issue with Brittany is. That came out of nowhere. Like it, I understand that she's going through a lot. I totally get it. I get it. I've never been in her shoes, and I don't want to be in her shoes as it pertains to losing, a child. But my whole thing is, if you're easily triggered and you know that because of you're under all this stress, why are you on the show? Or why put yourself in a position where you're around a large amount of people where you know somebody's going to irritate you and you're going to pop off? And Brooke was, throwing little jabs saying, I'm not going out there to skate because B words are already on thin ice. And I think she was kind of directing that at Vanessa. So now you got beef with Vanessa. I don't like this. I think if Brooke, if you think that you're gonna come on here and bully people, Brittany is obviously showing you in for a rude awakening, because Brittany is not scared of you, and I don't fault them. And what did Jennifer do? She picked up her bag. Things got a little too ghetto for Miss Williams, honey, and she moved out of the way, much like what she did on episode 1. Okay, she didn't want any smoke. So don't try to sit up there and try to be funny, and then when ish hits the fan, you kind of get out of dodge and leave Brooke there to fight by herself. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get Brooke's logic as it pertains to Brittany. I don't quite understand. That was uncalled for. I get it. Brittany was drunk and loud, but she wasn't a threat to anyone. And again, if you think that you're going to check somebody just because you consider yourself, I guess, an OG on the franchise or on the show, and these little young girls, it just makes you look stupid, because nobody's going to be afraid of you just because you have tenure on a show. And I think you realize that Brittany is not the 1, 2, or the 3. And I'm not mad at Brittany. Don't try to sun me. I don't care if I'm inebriated or not. Yeah, I may be a little bit loud. Okay, you don't like me being loud. I get all of that. You can get up and leave. I invited you here. Who was the one that put this on? Wasn't it Brittany Renner that got the girls together? Brittany's under a lot of stress too. So does Brooke's stress and Brittany's stress cancel each other out? I just didn't like that. I wasn't really feeling that. I thought that was real. Brooke likes to try to punk people. Like, she did the same thing to Vanessa at the end of episode 2 when Evelyn, got upset, and Evelyn had to be walked away. Shawnee and Evelyn walked away because she was getting annoyed with Vanessa. I can understand you giving your opinion, but the way that she was talking to Vanessa is like she wanted to fight Vanessa. And it's like, so Brooke, are you taking up for Evelyn? You guys drop down in the comments to share your thoughts. I was not feeling Brooke's energy at all. I don't get that. And I don't fault Brittany for getting loud back with her, because why are you standing up? See, you shifted the dynamic and you shifted the energy when you stood up, Brooke. We all know if you are sitting down and argument is heated, if you're getting up to leave, that's one thing. But if you're standing up and walking towards the person that you're arguing with, you want a confrontation. That is a sign of aggression. Can we not act like it's, can we stop acting like it's not? Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about with the episode. The other little incident is it Jackie is kind of annoying still. I haven't watched this show since seasons ago. And it's like Jackie is still annoying. Anyway, you guys drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. This concludes my review of Basketball Wives LA Season 11, Episode 3. Until next time, y'all. Talk to you later.